Aquarius. So this is for the sun in Aquarius or for the rising sign. I am bringing you 5 key points, 5 key dates, and 5 key life areas for you to navigate all the astrological energies of August 2023. So let's start at the beginning, because point 1, we have 7 cosmic bodies retrograde by the end of the month. One of them is Mercury. I know you'll be so joyful about that, but actually, in all seriousness, don't worry about it. It will be fine. It's in Mercury, it's in the sign it rules. I don't think this is too bad. And you know, sometimes we do need time to catch our breath, to just breathe, you know. So we'll come to that in a minute. But on the 1st of August, yes, full moon in your sign, Aquarius. How cool is that? But, however, there's always a but or a however, isn't there? And we have to remember that a full moon is about bringing something to completion or to closure or to some sort of ending. So I don't know what's going on in your personal lives, but remember, this is actually about you and how you put yourself out there to other people, how others experience you. Is it that there are certain ways of being that you're thinking of changing about yourself? That might be a manifestation of this full moon energy, but you're a fixed sign. And what's interesting is that we have a fixed T-square as part of the configuration for this full moon, because with the sun in your 7th house, Leo, your house of significant relationships, squaring Jupiter in Taurus, my big boy Jupiter, our planet of expansion, opportunity, luck, in Taurus in your 4th house of home. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. And of course, squaring the moon in your sign. So we've got 1st house, 7th house, 4th house. What's going on that somehow you need to bring it to some kind of completion? To do with home, where someone's going, we'll make it this big, or we'll do this, or we'll do that. And a significant personal relationship where you've got this kind of, okay, yes, whatever you say, darling. And yet the moon in your sign, you're the full moon, and you're saying, I'm not sure this is the right way to proceed. It's something around that kind of energy. You will have to think about what sits in your lap from what I say. And really that goes for whatever I say in any of these readings, because nothing can sit on the lap of everyone who's watching. But there will be certain things that resonate, certain things that make you think, oh, that could actually mean the da-di-da-di-da. So that's what I want to say to you, because the other energy on the 1st of August with this full moon is that energized Mars, our planet of assertion, aggression sometimes, in Virgo, in your 8th house of transformation, but this is also the house of joint finance. It's actually trining Jupiter in Taurus in your 4th house. So this tells me that there is something in the nature of you having to actually get quite assertive with maybe whoever you share your life with. Or if you're on your own, maybe you have to get assertive with a bank manager, or just something of that nature where you have to put your foot down a bit. but the energies are on your side. So that's what I want to say. The energies are actually on your side with this one. And whomever or whoever it is will actually go, oh, okay, right, hadn't seen it that way. Now let's move on to point 2, because point 2 is on August the 16th. We have a new moon in your 7th house, Leo, of significant relationships. You know, when we get a new moon in that part of our chart, it's always lovely, because it's like it breathes a breath of fresh air into all our relationships and friendships. It's like it brings in some sparkle and shine. And this particular new moon squares Uranus in Taurus, which of course is your 4th house. Now Uranus is my big boy of the unexpected, shocks, surprise. It's also about electricity. And Uranus in Taurus in your 4th house, you've had this here for a while, and you're going to have this here for quite a bit longer. So you've probably got used to some kind of continuing upheavals at home. Some of you will have moved. Some of you will have done renovations. Some of you will still be thinking about doing that. And this new moon is, this could be like a significant person in your life saying, ooh, we could put an extension on the back of the property. And you thinking, oh God, no more. I don't know, but it's that kind of energy. But if you're living alone, then I think you might surprise yourself by what you decide you want to actually do. And you may decide with this kind of energy that maybe you need to move to a new area, meet different people. Sometimes we have to move ourselves to shift the energy. We stay too long in our comfy chair, then nothing changes. So I've moved my studio in here. I've moved out of that comfy chair into this comfy chair, and it's actually very comfy. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. So let's move on to point 3. So this is August the 23rd. And this is when the sun, our life force, our soul, our kind of beneficent, wondrous star that we circle around. Some people think it's them, but it's not. It's actually the sun that we circle around. The sun moves into Virgo, into your 8th house of joint finance and all things to do with investments, secrets, and also it's about transformation, personal empowerment. So with the sun in here, I think it'll help you revitalize, relook at anything to do with budgeting that you need to do, that you need to really get your kind of your brain round. So that'll be good. And also on the 23rd, we have, this is it, here we go, our planet of communication, Mercury, turns retrograde in the same part of your chart that the sun has just moved into, Virgo, your 8th house. And this is from the 23rd until September the 15th. So 23rd of August till September the 15th. I think this could be quite helpful, because if you think about what I say about its relook, renew, review, maybe this Mercury retrograde, if you're kind of looking at your joint budget or your personal budget if you're single, you might find something you've overlooked. Maybe it's time to go through all those direct debits that we have to all these online apps and God knows what else, and streaming companies. I did it recently and saved myself a fortune because I was paying out for stuff I never used. And it's really quite a good exercise to do, and that might be quite good use of this Mercury retrograde. Also on the 23rd, retrograde Venus, our planet of relationship and love and money, in Leo, in your 7th house of significant relationships, is making a square to Jupiter in Taurus in the 4th house of home and family. Now, this could just bring up something which is a sore point with either a significant other, or if you're on your own and single, it could even be a friend, maybe someone who comes and visits often, but it brings up a sore point, something that maybe you both thought you'd got past comes back up. Let's look at point 4, because point 4 is August the 27th. Now the Sun in Virgo in your 8th house is in opposition this day to retrograde Saturn, our taskmaster, our authoritative boss, our kind of director of boundaries and rules and law, Saturn. Saturn in Pisces in your 2nd house of finance. It's a bit of a, I think with all this retrograde stuff, you realize you have overlooked something quite important, probably to do with your financial situation. And it's actually a blessing in disguise. I think also, if it's not that, then it's actually about you looking at you and your self-worth. Are you too tough with yourself sometimes, Aquarius? Do you can be quite remote and distant. Are you sometimes too remote and distant from you? Sometimes that can happen, that kind of energy. So, that could be around with that energy. Also on the 27th, Mars, our planet of action and energy, that has been in Virgo in your 8th house, stirring up all this stuff to do with accounts and tax and stuff, moves into Libra for some balance and harmony, your 9th house of higher education and travel. You might find you're off somewhere. Might just be not that far away, but you might find that you certainly have the urge to get out of a rut and do a little bit of traveling. And also we need to look to August the 29th before I come to point 5, because Uranus, our planet of the unexpected and shocks and surprises in your 4th house of Taurus, turns retrograde. And this is from August the 29th till January the 27th, 2024. Now, these outer planets go retrograde for very long periods of time. It is not something that we need to pay personally too much attention to, unless it's hitting maybe a personal planet by conjunction or aspect in our own natal chart. And also remember, these transits are kind of also quite generational at times. So, you might be going through a Uranus square. And so will all your friends of the same age. I mean, if you're having a Uranus square, then you probably are around the age of 59. 60 would be bringing up that Uranus square, like the same time that we get our Saturn return. So just really for you to be aware, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. I don't think it means you're going to move again. Or for some people it might, who knows. Let's look at point 5, because point 5, the 31st of August, 31st of August, I'm trying to get all these videos done by 6 o'clock. And it's 25 to 6. I've got one more to do after this. Because Jerry needs them so he can do his twiddly bits and upload them for the end of the week. So excuse me if sounds like my battery is running down a bit. Right, let me get back to the 31st of August, point 5, full moon in Pisces, blue moon in your second house of self-worth and finance and how you make your money. This full moon, however, is conjunct authoritarian Saturn retrograde here. This is really putting the brakes on. This is Saturn putting the brakes on something that you maybe have had thoughts about investing in. And I feel what it's saying is no, not yet. This is not the right time. Because I think the retrograde Uranus now in your fourth house of home and family Taurus is actually making a trine to retrograde Pluto in Capricorn in your 12th. Remember, trines, they sound helpful, but sometimes it can make us too free and kind of go, oh, it's fine, yes, I can do this. When actually, it's about slowing down a bit and taking a little bit more time. So don't make any sudden rash decisions about home or property and laying out money around this time. On that note, Aquarius, thank you for being so patient with me. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And do let me know in the comments how you're experiencing my new set. It's a work in progress, as I've said before, and it'll take time to tweak it here and tweak it there, get all the lighting right. And I need to make more changes in this room, which I'm going to make my permanent office. And I think it's good to separate working space from living space. It's only taken me 3 years to work that one out, but there we go. I'm Taurus, I'm fixed. No, I've always done it here, I do it this way. And you're fixed too, Aquarius, so don't forget that. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.